It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is showtime, Geno Jones Showtime. Coming to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So shout out New York City, Philly, Detroit City. How about the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Raleigh, everybody down in Miami and Orlando and Tampa. You know how we get down. 5:30 in Chicago, about 5:31 Central Time. Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Chi-Town, St. Louis, Memphis. How about Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi, everybody down in New Orleans, Houston, Texas, Dallas, live in Los Angeles, and everybody on the West Coast, 3:30 p.m. Tell everybody, and I mean everybody you know, to subscribe to this channel, support Black-owned media. If you'd like to financially support the show, my media channel, my media company, my YouTube channel, so we can have a platform where we can speak truth to power. It is so important that we have and support Black-owned media. You can cash at me. You can donate to my media company. You can donate to supporting my voice and this platform and Black-owned media on Cash App, $Dad G Jones, capital D, lowercase AD, capital G, capital JONES, Dad G Jones. You can Zelle my media company. Just type in my name, Geno Jones, and where it says phone number, you can choose email or phone number to search. Just type in 843, the area code. It'll come up. No donation is too small or too large. $5, $50 million, anything in between. Got nothing but love for you, like a Heavy D song back in the day. Got nothing but love for you, and I appreciate you. So once again, tell everybody to subscribe to my channel. I am a couple hundred new subscribers away from becoming a YouTube partner. That means my media company will get a monthly check. We'll receive money monthly from YouTube. Once again, supporting Black-owned media. So thank you. Subscribe and share, screen grab. You can rip some of the video. Be sure to click on the thumbs up, like, binge watch all my back episodes. Leave your comments in the comment section. Leave your comments. Even some of you haters and Maga cult members, because I see y'all lost y'all damn man. Y'all had fun in my TikTok, on my TikTok account. I post some of my videos from the show, and I do like a little promo, and I put it up on every platform. So boy, the MAGA, boy, you MAGA folks on TikTok, y'all are funny. Well, some of y'all think you're funny, but some of y'all trying to be funny with them corny ass, what you call jokes. You need to hire some professional comedy writers. Find somebody that can write some better jokes, because it was like lame. I was like, really? Y'all think y'all really slick? Like, don't get mad at no, you know what? You can get mad at the messenger all you want to. And that's what brainwashing is all about. That's what the cult leaders want you to do. You can get mad at me, and I could give less than a damn. What you think about me is insignificant. But the truth is, who you really need to be mad about is the folks that's taking away your grandmother or your daddy or your mama's Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, Pell grants, firing what? I think I saw a number, 13,000 people from the Department of Education. So poor working class, including poor white folks, a lot of you poor MAGA white folks that's brainwashed to think you're a Lord and Orange Savior, Jesus Christ and Elon Musk, anything they do. See, the shit is about to really hit. It's about to get real. Start missing some of those Social Security checks. Start having your doctor's office call you and canceling appointments because they say that their services can't be paid for their services because Medicare, the money is frozen, so that these doctors can't get paid because there's no more Medicare money or Medicaid money. 40% of all the children in America, in this country, get their health insurance through some form of Medicaid. For those you MAGA folks, maybe some of y'all are in a nursing home, just got out of one. You got, a Mima, a Papa is in a nursing home, money paid for, that nursing home stay is paid in most cases by Medicaid. See, it's about to get real. And I don't want that. I didn't want it to happen because we told you, but you were brainwashed with this ignorant poison of white nationalism, white supremacy, which is based on bullshit because whiteness is a made-up concept. It's a made-up construct. And it was made up by folks who look like you and to trick you and to deceive you and to divert your attention so they can continue to rob you and to take your money and deny you money and resources and political and economic and social power, and think the reason that 4 generations, 6 generations of your family have lived in trailer parks or who've never had a decent job or had to live paycheck to paycheck and can barely get health insurance is because of a black person or a Mexican or a Muslim or somebody from the gay, lesbian, trans community. No, because of some Jewish person or Palestinian. They've been conning you. You've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. You've been led astray. You've been run amok. They have pulled skullduggery on you. Yeah, Google that, look it up. A con. And they've used racism and sexism and misogyny as a con because racism, hatred, and bigotry in all of its forms has for centuries been big business. And there's always been a small handful of people that have used hatred and bigotry and fear and ignorance and misogyny and sexism to pit billions of just poor, working class, everyday people from all backgrounds and all countries and all ethnicities. So a small handful of people could manipulate everybody else like pieces on a chessboard to benefit them financially, to benefit them financially and to maintain and control and amass more power. So y'all mad at me because I'm calling out racism and hatred and fear. Oh yeah, sure, y'all can call me a racist, which goes to show you how ignorant you are because you don't even understand race. You have no concept of what racism truly is. Now you could say that, it's not true, but you could say, oh, I think you're a bigot, Geno. I think you're a bigot. I think you are prejudiced against white folks. I think that you are hateful. What you think of me is insignificant. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Tell the truth, shame the devil. If you can't handle the truth, that's not my problem. That's a you problem. But just to have some fun with you, to explain to you that I, as a black man in this country, in my community, has never been in any position to really engage in racism that will affect your everyday life, because me as a black American, me as a black man or a black woman, black people have never been in the positions, in the corridors of power. From law to politics to finance. 90% of the 90+% of the CEOs all across America are white men. Any industry, controlled, dominated, owned by, for the most part, white men. White men make up about 36% of America's population, but they make up over 90% of the CEOs in America. Any industry, Wall Street, finance, politics, look at the U.S. Senate. The majority of people in the U.S. Senate and the Congress, the vast majority, especially the Senate, well, we got Cory Booker, the sister Senator also Brooks, and I think there's a senator, she also won back in November from Delaware, or I guess technically Tim Scott, blackface, anti-blackness. But if you just, okay, you can throw him in there. Still, four senators, black senators out of 100. And the U.S. House, the majority of people in the House of Representatives are all white men. So people that are in positions of power, the people that are making decisions, the people that have fired tens of thousands of federal employees, and 80% of those federal employees work outside of Washington, D.C. There's a lot of MAGA, red MAGA hat wearing, flag flying cult members of MAGA that have been fired by that weird ass, punk ass, bitch ass Elon Musk, whose companies get $8 million a day from taxpayer money. That's right, your money, MAGA. You federal employees, you veterans, retired veterans, folks that work for the government, that voted for your boy Orange Hitler, felon 47, and he's empowered this immigrant. Now this is Trump ran on, well, you know, immigrants, illegal aliens and immigrants are coming to America and stealing their jobs. And then he puts an immigrant from South Africa in charge to take the jobs of tens of thousands of Americans. The hypocrisy. But man, you still drinking the cyanide Kool-Aid, still in the cult, still worshiping your orange Lord and Savior and his co-leader, even though he's more the leader because he's put up $300 million and now he's Elon Musk. He's pledged another $100 million to Orange Hitler's campaigns. These people don't give a shit about you. So I don't care about you getting mad at me. Hey, do you? I'm going to sleep well tonight. Weren't thinking about you, knowing that you are mad at me. MAGA cult members that were on TikTok for me telling the truth. Whatever think you smart, dumbass, not so slick ass, whatever you say about me is so insignificant because I'll just delete you. I'll block you. But when you get through being in your feelings and your mother or your grandfather or your uncle or aunt, if that Social Security check doesn't come in about 3 weeks, and then if the 1st or 3rd of May it don't show up, then the 1st or 2nd or 3rd of June it don't show up, and when their doctor's office calls them and cancels their chemo treatment or cancels their dialysis treatment, or they try to go and get their medicine, the diabetes medicine refilled, and they say, oh no, it's going to cost you $1,400 because the Medicare that they had, oh, they don't have it anymore. So now, if you need this medicine, if you want it, you got to pay full market rate. Or for those of you all whose 401k plan has lost thousands of dollars since January 6th. So who you need to be mad at is the people that look like you, that you worship under this rules, this con of whiteness and white supremacy, and the white man has to be in charge. And then you all voted for the most ignorant, incompetent, unqualified selfish dumbasses, Elon Musk, it just goes to show you how, listen, this thing of whiteness, this dude hadn't invented shit. He didn't invent electric cars or Tesla. The dudes that found a company, he just got some money. You've had a group of South African billionaires. A lot of them started over at PayPal. Guys like Peter Thiel, some other names out there that had this kind of racist, white nationalist, global hard-on are trying to create this global white nationalist society. We're only, wealthy, racist white men will rule the world. But the trick is that these racist white men don't give a shit about poor, working class white people. They just use the bigotry and hatred to make you feel that you have something in common with them and that you can bond with them and that they give a shit about you. But now they are showing you, these billionaires are showing you they don't give a shit about you. But they tricked you and had you worrying about, a black woman gonna take charge, or like, you got trans women are gonna deny your daughter or your granddaughter an opportunity to make a volleyball team, a basketball team. When there was a congressional hearing and folks who were in charge, who were leaders at the NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletic Association, they were asked under oath, how many college athletes in Division I sports, every sport you can imagine, football, basketball, volleyball, track, swimming, you name it, in all the collegiate sports in America, major collegiate sports Division I, 510,000 student athletes in major college sports in America. They said, and how many trans athletes competed in any major college sport last year? Or probably was I think it was maybe the last year. So either 2024, 2023. Out of 510,000, less than 10 trans athletes. Name a sport, pick a sport. Tennis, the WNBA, women's track, you had the Summer Olympics. Did any trans woman win any gold medal in any sport? Are there any trans women who are even playing in the WNBA, let alone being one of the stars or dominating? No. They use this, once again, the fear, your ignorance, your bigotry, your hatred of blackness, of black people, your misogyny and sexism, your homophobia, your transphobia. They use that they use it on you poor and working class, Maga cult member, voters. At the same time, they told you that they were coming for your benefits. Now you can get mad at me, but you can Google the video, Fox Business Channel, your boy, weird ass Elon Musk, said, we got to eliminate, his word, the adjective, or the adverb, I should say, the adverb, eliminate Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. That's you, MAGA cult member. That's you, right? You know that, right? 71 million people get Social Security. 68 million people are on Medicare. 72 million people get some form of Medicaid. Social Security disability for adults who can't work because of disease, illness, injury, accident. And half of America's children get their health insurance through some form of Medicaid. Yes, your children with your red hat on. Yes, that's your grandmother who's in that nursing home that's not paid for you because your broke ass, you don't have the money, or nobody in your family. The only reason that your grandmother is able to stay in that nursing home is because of the money they get from Medicaid. And if the Department of Education goes away, poor and working class Maga cult members whose children needed Pell grants so they could go to college, or whose children would get student lunches in these poor and rural areas, Maga cult members, because you don't have the money, and the only way that your kids have breakfast is because they are in the school lunch program that comes through the Department of Education through something called Title IX. It's about to get real. So you waste your time all you want to being mad at me. I don't give a shit. But when it pops off and your boy Elon Musk is telling you, and your boy Orange Hitler is telling you, they are coming for your money. They want to take your mother and your grandfather's Social Security and your Social Security money that you have worked for 4 decades, and they want to give that money to billionaires like Elon Musk, who the federal government has already awarded in the course of less than 20 years, $20 billion. Elon Musk's companies have $20 billion with a B dollars of contracts with the federal government. Elon Musk's companies get 8 Tesla, that little raggedy ass bootleg, look like a little raggedy ass aluminum can, that ugly ass truck that Orange Hitler had in front of the White House begging people to go buy, because in countries like Germany, Tesla sales have dropped 50%. Other European countries' sales have dropped like 40%. As a matter of fact, the federal dollars that Elon Musk's companies have been getting, the only reason that Tesla and SpaceX hasn't gone under was because of the grant money and the federal dollars that was awarded Elon Musk company, SpaceX and Tesla. $8 million a day Elon Musk companies get from American taxpayers. And he wants Elon Musk's companies to get more than $8 million a day. And he's going to get that money from taking it from you. He's going to take the money that you worked for and that you paid into every pay period to go to your Social Security and Medicare, and give that money, like to say, hell with y'all, F y'all, I want to give it to Elon Musk and some other billionaires. And all these federal government agencies, because then they want to get rid of the post office and the Department of Education, so their billionaire friends can all of a sudden, as they call it, privatize. So where if you want to get mail, just throwing out a name, Jeff Bezos will say, well, you got to use Amazon. If you want to get, if you've been getting your medicine through the mail, through the postal service, well, now if let's say Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg on the U.S. Post system, then you got to pay him. And they're not cared about giving you great service. Their only concern is to make money. It's all a con. And all of a sudden, if there's not money to fund public schools in poor areas don't get a lot of money from their tax base, because if you're in a poor community, those communities don't have the money like wealthier communities to basically fund public schools in their communities. But they don't want you to get an education. They want you to be uneducated. So you'll have to just settle for any job, and they can pay you $7.25 an hour or less. Or maybe you'll engage in crime, get into criminal activity because you feel you're desperate and you're alone and angry and you're acting out and you're hopeless, or you're just trying to eat, so you engage you engage in a life of crime, and then they lock you up because you've got all these corporately owned prisons, companies, stockholders, but they need prisoners. So we got to create a climate where people will feel desperate, engage into a life of crime. So let's flood the communities with drugs, take the jobs, give them all kind of fentanyl, and then act like you upset with Mexico. It's all a con, it's all a ruse. So have at it, Maga cult members. Like I said, get pissed if you want to. You need to get pissed at your boy, your orange Lord and Savior, Donald J. Trump and Elon Musk. I think they're doing a great job. Yeah. Miss a couple of them Social Security checks. We're going to see what you had to say then. Have your doctor's office call you and tell you that they had to cancel your chemo treatment or your wife's chemo treatment or your mother's dialysis treatment, or you can't afford your insulin or your your diabetes medicine, your metformin or whatever it is you're on, because now your insulin or your metformin is $1,200, $1,400, $1,500 a month. Okay. All right. So let me, you know what? Hello there. Shout out to everybody watching live. Hello to my number one fan. Hey, mother, how are you? So I want to leave. This is just for all America. I want to leave you with this. Something real simple. My grandfather, Conway Jones, the wisest person I ever knew, who lived to be nearly 100 years old, was born in 1888, a little small, rural southern town, Yazoo City, Mississippi. He said, Jeannie, you do what you want to do when you want to do it bad enough. Yes, America, you can do what you want to do when you want to do it bad enough. How bad do we want to have decency and fairness and equal opportunity for everybody? This false notion, this bullshit they've been selling you about the American dream, because the American dream that you would see in TV commercials and on billboards was really, especially back in the 50s and 60s, you would see billboards, oh, the American dream, but you wouldn't see a black family. You'd see a white family. And you would see a white family that looked like they were doing pretty good. The dad had on a suit and a tie and maybe a hat on, and the wife looked, well-dressed and hair coiffed, and she'd have her pearls on, and the kids looked. It wasn't no American dream for nobody living in the hills of West Virginia or Tennessee or some trailer park in Indiana or South Carolina. They didn't give a shit about poor white people. They didn't give a shit about poor people, period. White or black or Hispanic or Native American or Asian American or none of them. But America, you do what you want to do when you want to do it bad enough. And we have the power in terms of how we spend our money and how we don't spend our money. And when we are strategic, especially speaking to my brothers and sisters, to Black America, we have the power to dig in people's pockets and get their attention like we're doing Target. And we have the power, in spite of what old boy wants to do in all the games that he's probably going to try to play with the midterm elections, we have the power to shut this shit down. Said, this is not, we're not going to do this. No, we're just not going to do this. But it's not just up to Black America. Hello, shout out to my white brothers and sisters, the ones who didn't vote for Orange Hitler, the ones who despised him, or maybe the ones that thought he was funny or, was just frustrated, who thought that he really gave a shit about you, that thought he was, that he was about the working man and he wanted to make life better and he wanted to bring American jobs and he didn't give a shit about you or your jobs. That was all a con. That was a ruse. That was bullshit. So now you're beginning to wake up. And he's like, oh, he'll never bother my Social Security. He'll never take away my Medicare. He'll never take away our Medicaid. He'll never shut down our rural schools. Okay. What do you want to do? Because now they look at you like the N-word. Yeah, you're the DEI too. You're the DEI N-word because that's really, when you hear him say, well, this is a DEI hire. That's the N-word. And the thing is, the people that have been fired, the qualifications, just their resume in terms of their level of education, their level of achievement and success, you can't even mention in the same breath to the most incompetent people that has ever been placed in any administration that were not hired because they had any type of resume or experience or track record of success. The majority of them have a track record of failure, and the only thing that they have is two things. Is they fall under this made up construct system of whiteness and their loyalty and willing to kiss the ass of Felon 47 and to do whatever they can to eliminate and cut as much money that goes to make people's lives better. Everyday people who depend on Social Security that they have paid into, their own money that they have paid into for decades and decades and decades and decades. Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. And to make sure you can have clean air, clean water, and that the food you eat won't kill you because it's been poisoned, some kind of foodborne bacteria growing in it. Or that the plane that you're on won't fall out the damn sky or have a mid-air collision. There had never been a group of incompetent, know-nothing dumbasses in leadership positions in any government in the history of America, not even close. But at least that N-word, B-word, B, she ain't in there. We ain't gonna vote for no N-word, B-word. You know what you said. I heard you saying it. Well, no, I didn't, because you wouldn't say it around me. Because if you'd have said it around me, yes, we'd have had a conversation, and I'd have shut that down. So, Groove Master Dre, preach on, Geno, my man. Dre, I've been thinking about you, man, on and off for a while. I said, I haven't seen to myself. I haven't seen, even though you probably been watching, I just haven't seen you post in the chat room. My man, Groove Master Dre, you are my dude. Miss you, brother. But I still follow you on social media. I see you doing your thing. So America, we can do what we want to do if we want to do it bad enough. Because believe it or not, it's the billionaires versus all of us. Yes, you too, MAGA red hat wearing flag flying cultists. Yes, you too. Like I have been saying for 4 years. I said, yeah, they're coming for you, MAGA cult members. You just thought they were coming for black folks or Mexicans or Muslims or those from India or Native Americans or the LGBTQ community. You just thought they were coming for them, the other folks. They weren't coming for us, good old white folk. Psych, wrong answer. They was coming for your ass all along if you weren't a billionaire. They didn't give a damn about your whiteness. They know whiteness is some made up bullshit anyway, because their ancestors are the ones that made it up 4 or 5 centuries ago. They knew it was bullshit. It was purposely, so they could distract you and make sure they were just stealing you, robbing you, stealing your money, creating laws to make them richer and make you poor. And Fred Hampton Jr. was trying to tell you that in the late 60s. He was assassinated. Dr. King, at the end of his life, was speaking to poor and working class, as he called the Appalachian white, and he called them Chicano, the Mexicans. You even had like racist Ku Klux Klan members that was cool with Fred Hampton, because he actually went and talked to him and said, yo, man, dude, y'all been conned. Y'all been hoodwinked and bamboozled. These white dudes that you worshiping, look how you were living. You don't have health care. You can't afford to go to the dentist. And that ain't because of no black people. These people that you vote for don't give a shit about you. All the laws that they pass benefit wealthy white men primarily. How is it that virtually everybody in the U.S. Senate, almost every white man in the United States Senate, over 90% of them are at least millionaires? All of them. They can inside trade, they call it inside trading. They know they can write laws that will benefit the companies that they are invested in. They call it insider trading. Come on, man. Game recognized game. Growing up on the south side of Chicago, we know a con when we see one. We can smell a con without seeing them. We know a hustle when you're trying to hustle me, which means you're trying to con me. Game recognized game, which is the name of my book, an audio book about game in relationships, but the game of life. All right. Shout out, Dre. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Spread the word for me, Dre. Let everybody know to subscribe to my channel. I am less than a little over 200 new subscribers away from getting a check every month from my media company from YouTube. So thank you, everybody, because every day I see I'm getting closer and closer to being over 1,000, being a YouTube partner officially. Be sure to tell everybody to please click thumbs up. All right, Maga cult members, you might as well click the thumbs up, because tell the truth, shame the devil, be in your feelings, be mad. But I told you who you need to be mad about, or who you need to be mad at, is the folks that you worship and you voted for, that's about to take away all of the support system. Social Security has been around since the first Social Security check was sent out in 1940, 85 years ago. Now, ironically, black Americans, even then it was still some racist bullshit, because it took black Americans 14 years to be allowed to get Social Security. This goes to show you how sick America has been. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Now, I know, because you've been brainwashed and you can't stand the sight of seeing intelligent black people, successful, doing well, speaking well, having nice cars and homes, or being successful and dominant in sports and politics and entertainment and you name it, medicine and law. But when black people do well, everybody else, there's never been a time to where black people, even for those small windows when black people have had economic, political, and social success, not even power. We've never overall had the overall power of any industry. There's never in the history of this country, but it's just because you've been brainwashed with this ignorance, this poison of white supremacy. It's nothing supreme your skin, your lack of melanin, your skin complexion don't make you supreme. Your brain is not superior. Do you understand do you understand where civilization originated? Wasn't in Greece, wasn't in Rome. Read a book, study history. The continent of Africa, which is the birthplace of mankind. So even all you red hat wearing MAGA flag flyers, y'all got a percentage of African blood in you. And I know that's making your head explode, because humankind and civilization originated on the continent that we now call Africa. So, white people built everything. No, you didn't build the pyramids, created vaccine. Google Kemet and Nubia, these great civilizations thousands of years ago that were on the continent of Africa. Google Mansa Musa. Dude was almost the complexion of my jacket, who was like the wealthiest man in the history of humanity. Had gold. Think about all the resources. Look at China. Why do you think they're cozying up to these African countries? The minerals that they need for cell phones and car batteries and all that. Diamond mines on the continent of Africa, gold. That continent has always been rich in resources. That's why you've had all these European countries that went in and colonized, invaded, stole resources, murdered and raped the people who originally lived there. Google Nubia and Kemet. Oh, Kemet, that's Egypt. Oh, by the way, Egypt is on the continent of Africa. Google Nubia. Great African civilizations. Google Mansa Musa. That's your homework assignment to the MAGA cult out there. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you. You and especially you, the Geno Jones Show, live Monday through Friday. I'll see you Thursday, live 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. live in Los Angeles. Brought to you by City Vibes Bar and Lounge. One of the owners of City Vibes, Miss Kenya Williams, she will be here. The Ultimate Adult Night Spot, 9730 Dorchester Road. You can learn more about everything going on at City Vibes, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, shout out to the Crate Group, one of the sponsors of the Geno Jones Show. Their CEO, Kendrick Bannister. Learn more about their nonprofit doing great work. So you got the Crate Group on Facebook, or just do a search, whatever search engine you use. So if you got Google, however you search, whatever you use to search things on the internet or social media, CRATE, the Crate Group, either thecrategroup.org or .com. All right, shout out to Mark Hale Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist of the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts. You can check him out on Instagram on IG, KELBE, CUTTINUP, KELBE, CUTTINUP, Kelby Cutting Up. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check out Allie and her Lexi Jones collection out on Instagram on IG, LX.N, N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi _ Shout out to Bruce Gage, also wardrobe consultant and stylist for the show. Check out his Mario Uomo collection, MARIOUOMO. It's pronounced Mario Uomo, but the Uomo is spelled with a UOMO. Please, once again, tell everybody to subscribe. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Geno Jones Show, if you'd like to be a financial sponsor, I'd be honored to have you as part of my family. You can reach out to me at Gmail, Geno Jones Show at Gmail. I'll get back with you. I'll contact you. Give me a contact phone number. I can email you. I will email you like a media package that'll give you the information about sponsorships. If you would just like to make a contribution for all the individuals or even companies that's watching the show, that loves the monologue, that loves the content of the show, that loves the spirit and the energy, speaking truth to power, having a black-owned media company that will speak truth to power, period, full stop, unapologetically, no excuses. You can make a contribution. You can donate to my media company. You can, through Zelle, you can Zelle my media company. Just type in Geno Jones, and then it'll say, do you want to search Geno Jones by email or phone number? Just type in 843. It'll take you to my Zelle account with my media company. No donation is too small or too large. $5 or 500 million, I'll take it all. You can cash at me, $Dad G Jones, $ capital D, lowercase a-d, capital G, capital J-O-N-E-S, $Dad G Jones. Be sure to like, click on the thumbs up. Everybody watching, like this and every episode. Screen grab, rip some of the video, binge watch all my back episodes, copy and paste the link, tag, share to all your friends, followers, fans on all your social media platforms. Screen grab, a minute or two and put it up on TikTok to really piss off Maga even more, make their head really explode. All right, everybody, I love you. So we'll see you live Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Mother, I love you. I'll talk with you a little later. Brewmaster Dre and everybody else watching live, thank you, everybody. I love you. We'll see you Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones. Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.